If you want to ask any question, you are most welcome.
Maharaji, it's good to see your face again after so many years. Thank you for allowing me to come. I don't know how to form this question, but it has two parts. I have a bad neck. You could say that I was kind of a pain in the neck sometimes. And I was just wondering what I could learn spiritually from this. What lessons do I need to know spiritually from what my neck is doing? And the second part is I don't want you to take it away from me, this karma, because I realize that it's a karma accountability. But I would like to ask you or beg you for the courage to be able to deal with this so that I can go home and be a good mother to my two small children, be a good wife, and most importantly, Maharaji, that I could meditate better because I've been sliding and I want to return your love correctly.
Sister, it's a very noble idea, and that should be everyone's endeavor. But if you are feeling ill, any pain in the back, you should not hesitate to consult any doctor. There's no harm in getting it treated.
I'm doing that. I am doing that, Master.
Hmm?
Is there any spiritual lessons that I haven't been doing that I should be?
What spiritual lesson, sister, we can derive from such things? We can only pray to the Lord. Thank God it is only a little pain in the neck. It is not worse.
Yes.
When we see other people suffering in the hospitals, people crying in agony, then we just feel grateful to Him that He has only given us very little to bear. We are far better than so many thousands of people in this world. So we can just be grateful to Him that we can get away with very little problem.
I thank you for the pinprick. Thank you.
Master,
Yes, yes.
we are told that we are supposed to live off the lowest form of life. That is why we're permitted to eat vegetables and things like that. But surely when we wear leather goods and leather belts and all that, are we not creating a disproportionately high load of karma? In other words, that animals have to be killed. I realize that we have to be practical, but could you not try and sort of replace us by wearing plastic shoes and things like that?
Well, brother, what can you be sure about the plastic shoes also? How many insects are killed before a plastic gets into the form of a shoe? How can we be sure even that? We cannot exist in this creation without killing. We drink, we kill, we walk, we kill, we talk, we kill. We cannot avoid killing. Even in vegetables, there is life. Even milk we drink, there is life, because so many insects are killed before the fodder goes to the cow.
But those
And
only,
when the vegetable comes to our plate, fruits comes to our plates, God knows how many thousands and thousands insects are killed by chemicals before that fruits and vegetables and salad comes to our table. We can't avoid that. The main thing is what saints advise us, that if you have only a weight of a shirt on your body, you hardly feel any weight at all. If you are crushed under 100 pounds, 1000 pounds, you'll be just crushed under the weight. So collect the least possible load during span of your life, which is absolutely essential for your living, for your existence in this creation. So don't go right and left in killing for your living. In India, I can't say about your countries because your country is too advanced. Animals are never killed for skin. So many thousands animals, they die by their natural death, and they make use of their skin, and shoes are made, leather goods are made. So people definitely use those leather shoes and all that. We have to live in a society, we are part of a certain chain, and we cannot escape that. Of course, if the animals are killed for our leather shoes, we do collect karmas. We can't avoid it. But then it's a very little load, which we have to take care by meditation. Because we have got to draw lines somewhere to exist or to live in this world. We don't deny that we collect karmas. Even by eating vegetables, we collect karmas.
The load is even small, even though it's an animal that is being killed for the leather.
Pardon?
You say the load is still very small, even though an animal has been killed, for the leather. Because an animal's got 4 elements of life. And then the animal is killed for its, for the leather.
Yes, I learned from European countries and other advanced countries, some animals are just rare to be killed for the sake of leather. But that, fortunately, is not being done in India till yet.
I am asking this question for a satsangi who does not speak English. When I feel that I cannot concentrate properly during meditation, I feel guilty and I very much fear that I am doing just mechanical simran and my desire to go back is not strong enough. What can I do to overcome that fear?
Sister, you can't attend to meditation. Why?
It's not me, it's another satsangi who does not talk English.
Then what's his problem?
She says that when she does not concentrate properly during meditation, she fears that her desire is not to go back home to the Lord is not strong enough, and that fear is kind of blocking her. And what she can do to overcome
Sister,
that.
all of us, we have to do our best to concentrate and to tend to our meditation. Then we leave it to the Father for His grace to forgive us. We should not put any excuse in any way and just unnecessarily start justifying for not attending to meditation. We should do our best. Then leave it to the Father.
Thank you.
Master, sometimes there seems to be a conflict of interest between what is conducive to a meditative atmosphere and what is pleasing to or important for marital and family harmony. How important is it to preserve harmony, and at what cost in a family
Sister,
and in a marriage?
you have to decide such things. Nobody is going to decide on your behalf. We are we are confronted with such situation at every step in our life. And we have to take the decisions with our best judgment at that time. We can't knock right and left to know the decision. We have to take the decision ourselves.
Thank you, Master.
Good afternoon, my Lord. This morning during our personal interview, you had asked if I had read St. John, and I had replied, yes, some. That some was only some pages, and some brothers and sisters thought that I had deceived by saying, yes, some. So I just wanted to set the record straight.
I've not followed your question, I'm sorry.
During our interview this morning,
Yes?
you had asked me if I had read the book Light on St. John.
Yes?
And I said, yes, some, as a reply to your question. By that, I just meant some pages. And during lunch this afternoon, some brothers and sisters thought that I had deceived you by saying yes.
No
some.
question of deceiving me. If you have not read, you can read it now. No problem.
Communication is funny business.
No, you can read it now, you see.
Thank you.
You see, this telling lie is a motive. It is not the word which matters. It is not the communication which matters. Whether I have any motive or intention to tell a lie, Or I knowingly concealing something which I should have told? That is the main thing.
Yes. My
These
intention
things
was
don't
good.
create any lie at all.
My intention was good.
Master, over here.
Yes, please.
Could you tell me to what extent the soul is conscious of transmigration?
What is?
Is the soul conscious of the transmigration, or is it all mind?
You mean to say whether soul is conscious about the past?
Yes.
You see, soul is not interested about the past at this level. Because tendency of the soul is always towards the Father. Its tendency is forward, not backward. It is not interested in how many lives it has come through and where it was born before and who were the parents, how many children she had before. That is not the intention of the soul to know at all. And neither it was happy there then, neither it is happy here now. Its whole focus is on the Father. It is only helpless at the hands of the mind. And mind is responsible for creating these karmas. And our karmas have become our master. And soul and mind not together has become the slave. And when the master dictates the slave, so the slave has to shift, as Christ said, from house to house. From one flesh to another flesh, from one body to another body. Because karmas or sins, you may call them, they have become our masters. And soul has become the slave. So it has no independence to stay in one house. It has to shift from flesh to flesh, from house to house. When the soul will become master in the house, then nobody can shift the soul from that house. It will only go back to the Father. So soul is not interested, you see, from where it has come and through how many generations it has been penetrating through and what was its relationships of the past. Neither it is attached to them, nor it is conscious of them, nor she bothers about them. Because tendency of the soul is always towards its own origin.
Thank you very much.
In the book Philosophy of the Masters, the great master writes a short chapter about a special gift from a master to his disciple. And that is to feel the master's hand on one's head. Is it a feeling of a sweet touch on the head during the meditation or something like that?
I'm not followed your question, brother. I'm sorry.
In the book Philosophy of the Masters, the great master writes a short chapter about a special gift.
Special
Gift.
gift, special grace.
Yes.
Yes.
From a master to his disciple.
Yes.
And that is to feel the master's hand on one's head.
To fill
The master's hand
and
on one's head.
you see, placing the hand of the master on the head of a disciple meaning is that to take the disciple under your care, under your shelter. It is not a physical ceremony of placing a hand on the head. It is a colloquial term, just to take someone under your shelter, under your care, under your protection.
Mm-hmm.
That is the meaning of this phrase.
It has nothing to do with a feeling of a touch during the meditation.
Nothing to do with the hand, nothing to do with the head.
Okay. I have a second question.
Yes, please.
You say that we should love only for the sake of love, spiritual love.
Lover only loves for the sake of love, not we should.
Okay.
He has no other gain in it. He has no other, thinking about it. He loves because he's helpless to love. He can't help loving. He's just helpless. He's just being pulled towards the object, towards the beloved. Something he can't resist. Not he should, but he can't resist.
Would you speak about the state of intoxication of that love? Would you speak about the state of intoxication of love?
See, brother, this is something to be experienced, something to be lived, something to be enjoyed, rather than to be explained. Saints have tried to give so many examples about that type of love. You see, Chakwa and Chakor, you see, there are two birds who just go on looking at each other. They will bend their necks, but they will not cease looking at each other. Then sometime they give the example of that chirping bird, you see, the rain bird, who's always chirping till it rains, because he will not be quiet unless it rains. But these are just worldly examples. They don't explain their depth at all. That love is love. It has to be experienced. It has to be lived. Has to be enjoyed. That words are inadequate to explain that type of love. If you ask the lover, what do you feel in love? I wonder if he can ever explain what he feels. This very language is a very poor expression of love.
Thank you.
It is to become another being, to merge into another being, to become another one, to lose your own identity and become one from two. You don't exist, only the beloved exists. That is love. That is why Christ said, God is love. Because it has the characteristic of love, we become one with the Father. We lose our own identity in the Father. We don't exist anymore at all. Drop merges into the ocean and becomes the ocean. That's love.
Thank you.
Yes.
Master, when we finally go within and we see the radiant form and experience your love and radiance, how can we still function in the world with a balanced and a cheerful mind?
I think that makes us more cheerful, sister. Because if we have been able to enjoy that happiness within, then wherever we go, we radiate happiness. If we are happy within, whosoever come to us will make him happy. If we are miserable within ourselves, we'll spread misery all around, no matter where we may be. So when we are full with love and devotion for the Father, it fills us with the happiness, with the contentment. And wherever we go, we spread that happiness all around. You call it, we have an aura of that happiness around ourselves. Automatically people become happy. Christ has given a very beautiful example about this. He says, bridegroom is happy because he is going to marry some girl. His happiness is natural, we can understand. But he says, friend of the bridegroom also are happy. Why? They are not going to marry any girl at all. Because their friend is happy. And that happiness is shared by his friends also. So because the bridegroom is happy, he is spreading happiness all around. So his friends have also have become happy. Saints are happy. When we go to their company, they radiate happiness all around them. So they make us also happy. By the bridegroom, he meant the saints. By the friends, he meant the disciples who flock around him. Not that they have been also married, but their friend is married. So they share that happiness with their friend. So they also automatically become happy.
Do you consider seeing the radiant form a mystical experience?
Sorry.
Is seeing the radiant form a mystical experience? that starts to transform you, that Mr. Babani talks about, this being the path of transformation?
You see, this transformation is automatic. When you sorry, when you are filled with the love and devotion for the Father, all these qualities come in us like the cream over the milk. You don't have to endeavor to gain those qualities. They automatically come like the cream over the milk. When we are filled with happiness or with the love of the Father.
Going within and seeing you seems so distant. It seems so far away. It seems almost like a dream, a wonderful dream, and not reality. And I know that it is reality, and I'd like to make it more of an experience than just to know about it with the mind.
Sister, it is better to treat this whole life just a dream. And during the dream, try to find out the reality, which is within every one of us.
Thank you, Master.
Maharaji, I have two questions. You use a phrase quite often, Sari Dunya, and someone has explained it to me as being the whole world, and you usually use it in the context of Naam or Shabd. Could you tell us what you're talking about when you use that phrase?
God knows, you see, and with what reference I use this word. I refer to the whole world. The teaching of the mystic is for the whole world, not for any particular community, particular nation, particular country. They come for the whole world. So their teaching are universal. So we should let their teaching remain universal and should not try to arrest them into small compartments and give them the shape of a religion or a nation or arrest it into some country or into some nation. We should keep them universal. But maybe discussing this word and many other references, but I can't recollect because I speak more than 1 hour. I don't know what I say there.
The second question is, did you have a phrase today, sales tax and income tax, in your discourse? Did I hear right?
Don't worry, there's no danger of any raids here.
Yeah. The foreigners will be disappointed if sales tax goes in the shopping.
No, that's not the point. You see, what we are discussing, that even the rich people, no matter how much wealth they have, this richness does not make them happy. They are always worried, sometime about rate, sometime about sale tax, sometime stock market going down, prices of shares are going down, sometime their best friends are turning their faces to them, sometime banks refuse to give them their money, they just become bankrupt. Sometimes they cannot realize their money through even courts. Sometimes they are dacoits, thieves. So even money doesn't give them happiness. So probably in that context I use the word.
I thank you.
Master, it's written in the Bible, ask and ye shall receive, knock and it will be opened unto you. I know such a filthy soul as mine has no right to ask, and I ask this without knowing what motive I ask, but I would like the Father to take me to Sach Khan right now.
Brother, we all want to go there, and we are all struggling souls. We are all knocking at the same door. We all depend upon His mercy to open the door from within. And we are all at the same door. And let us pray to Him to open it and give us admission within.
Father, you have the power.
He has the power. One who has put that seed within us He is responsible to pull us back to his own level. You see, it is the duty of a gardener to plant the fruit tree, to nourish the fruit tree, to give it chemicals, water, look after the fruit tree in every respect. It is for the Father to give it fruit, to fruit it. It's not in the hand of the gardener, it is in his hand.
You are the Father.
So let us hope for the best.
Thank you, Father.
Radhaswami, Master.
Yes.
I have no specific question I want to ask you. I just want to thank you for your love. Radhaswami.
Well, brother, love doesn't need any thank at all.
This is great as yours. It does.
Love itself is nothing but thanks. It's all His grace that He gives us His love. He gives us His devotion. And our words are too inadequate to express that feeling, that depth, and that gratefulness to the Father. It's impossible.
Thank you, Master. Could I also mention my friend Patrick, who's been ill for the last 3 days, and he couldn't come to see you?
Pardon?
My friend Patrick, who's been ill.
Who?
Patrick, my friend.
Patrick?
Patrick.
Who? I don't know who.
He's my friend who's been ill for the last 3 days and has been unable to see you.
He's here? He has become sick here?
He's in India, yes.
In
India, in Bombay. But we love you, Master Radhaswami.
I'm glad you have reminded me. I have requested even before in many meetings, those people who need special medical aid are not keeping well and fit. They should refrain from taking such long journey to come here or to Delhi. It is not in their interest to take such long journeys, you see. We don't have any medical facilities here to look after them. So they should better stay in their own country unless they become healthy. Then only they should think of coming. Some people are very, very aged. They come. Some try to come on the wheelchairs, depending upon the help of others. It's not advisable.
Thank you, Master.
Yes, please.
Master, there is a silly question that we actually want to ask you, but it's very, very important to us. We've come a long way, spent a lot of money, have longed to see you, and we find that we're sleeping in the morning satsang.
And find?
That we're sleeping in the morning satsang.
You sleep in the morning satsang?
Yes, isn't it terrible?
Well, sister, it's not your fault. Satsang is so soothing, we automatically get sleep. So enjoy your sleep, don't worry.
But Master, is it because we don't have the devotion that we should have for you? Is it because we don't have the devotion?
Sister, you are not alone. You have good company there.
Thank you, Master.
I am such a point and such a stage that I can watch many people. But I'm glad that they don't snore.
Thank you, Master.
Master?
Yes, please.
Master, I have a question for you. If we have not seen the radiant form of the Master inside, I know we are to concentrate as best we can. Can you tell me how I can know that I'm doing my best?
Well, brother, you always know whether you are doing your best or not. There's no scale that I can give you by which you can weigh it every day. You have done your best or not. You ask your own conscience whether you have done your best or not. Your conscience is your best guide to guide you. Yes, please.
Radhaswami, Maharaji, when students are involved in study, it is essential from time to time for them to be told by their teacher about their progress so that they know where they're at and then they can make the desired progress, put in the desired effort to get ahead. And I was just wondering, Maharaji, since seeing you said yesterday that satsangis need so much encouragement in their meditation, wouldn't that be a good idea to inform them of their progress from time to time according to their effort so that they could put in the effort to get the desired result?
You mean that every student should be asked, every disciple should be asked how much progress is made?
No, Master. That Master tells them or shows them from time to time just where they are so that they could put in the extra effort to make better progress so that they know where they're at. They can pull up their socks, so to speak, Master.
That is why these meetings are held, sister. That is why these books are written to remind us about meditation. These are just meetings are hammering on our mind every day to remind us our duty, our goal, our destination, our path.
I'm talking about inside, Master. I'm talking about in meditation.
Yes.
If we can be given some kind of encouragement. If somebody's been meditating...
Meditation itself gives us encouragement within. If we are regular in our meditation, it itself gives us encouragement within.
Yeah. Master, I'd like to just bring to your notice an example that you often give us about traveling the road to Delhi and trusting the driver. Sometimes, some of us, like for me particularly, have been traveling this road for 14 years and it's still too dark to see any signs. Sometimes I think I can smell Delhi in the distance or from afar off see the lights of Delhi, and when I'm beginning to see this, Master, there's a power failure. So I'm just wondering, is this my mind?
Sister, this encouragement comes from within.
Yeah.
This conviction comes from within. It will not come from anybody's saying or anybody's telling us. It has to come from within. It does come from within.
So you're saying that I should still just keep on at it, Master? Rather so.
Master, I wondered if I used to meditate in the more orthodox way. I would start with Simran and so on. And lately, two things are happening, and I wonder if they're okay. One is when I sit down to meditate, especially the last couple days, I just want to, there's a moment I visualize of drishti, looking at you and you at me, and I don't want to say the Simran. It's almost like I just want to feel the feeling of visualizing you looking at me. But I don't know if that's right. It's like the Simran, to say the words, feels mechanical or like it would break that feeling. And
Sister, we have been explained the method of meditation very thoroughly, in detail. We have to do Simran and contemplate on the form of the Master. There's no other way.
But even though what happens is I feel a very strong pull to contemplate, to visualize the Master.
Visualize it, but also continue doing your Simran.
Okay. And then there's one other thing that happened to me before I came here. It was happening that I would, even as I would begin to sit down to meditate, feel a very strong pull of the attention up into the forehead, a very pleasant feeling, just pulling up. And it was, but I felt like I didn't want to do the Simran, like it would stop it or break it, or like a car that's in fourth gear, putting it down into first gear. But then I was afraid perhaps I was being misled by just sitting with this pleasant feeling in my head or my forehead, this feeling, this pull, and that it was unsafe to sit in meditation without doing the Simran first. Is that correct?
Sister, don't try to analyze all these things. Just sit in meditation, feel relaxed and be happy. And don't try to analyze all small little details, small little things, and then your mind runs out.
So if it feels just good to sit there and feel this pulling feeling, can I do that, or should I be doing the Simran at the same
You
time?
must do Simran first,
Okay.
then attend to the Shabad.
Okay. Thank you.
Yes.
When one feels the pain of longing and longs to feel your love and doesn't feel it, doesn't feel your love and begs to feel it.
I can't understand. You have longing and then you don't feel the love. How can there be longing without the love?
Okay. Yes, I feel I understand from the books that it says, and you say that when you feel that longing, that is love. And there is that feeling to also beg to feel that love. And also, when I was at Dara, I remember you telling the story of the servants, that when the servant is always asking for more, that sometimes the master of the house wants to send the servant away. And the servant that is always happy with what he is given, the master wants to give him more. So I'm wondering, in the sense of begging to feel that master's love, your love, and then
Brother,
being
I have so
satisfied.
many times tried to explain that the time we give to meditation is nothing but begging at his door for mercy and grace. Instead of repeating set words for begging, better to use that time in meditation, proper meditation. Meditation itself is a begging. Itself is repenting for the past sins. Itself is asking for the forgiveness of the Father, seeking His grace. It covers everything. So whatever He thinks best for us, He will give us, whether you will ask Him or whether you don't ask Him. He will give you. You don't have to ask Him at all. His conscience, what we need, He's more anxious to give than we want, than we demand. He's a better giver, but we are a poor receiver. Why waste our words in begging? We should attend that, use that time in meditation. That itself is begging.
So what does it mean when the servant is always wanting
You see,
too much?
we want everything should open within ourselves, but we should not sit in meditation at all. We are praying to the Father for His grace, for His help, for His mercy, but don't want to sit in meditation. You see, we are wanting and wanting everything without sitting in meditation. Meditation pleases the Father. Then you don't have to ask Him anything else. Worship of Spirit is worship of the Father. No other worship pleases the Father. This is something by which we please Him. We get His happiness. We seek His forgiveness.
Thank you.
Master, what are the benefits of Parshad? Are there benefits derived
Well, it depends whether prasad is sweet or salty.
Are there spiritual benefits from it?
Well, if you want to calculate mathematically, there's no gain at all.
It just tastes good.
If you take it with love and devotion, and it reminds you of your master, it reminds you of the teaching, it reminds you the way of living, the way of Santmat, it withdraws your mind from the worldly senses and pulls you towards the direction of the Father. It has great benefit. If you think just taking few pieces of prasad it's going to transform you into a holy man, you are wrong.
Thank you, Master.
Master, when I was first a satsangi, I would hear a lot of other satsangis tell me things that Master had said in discourse, and it sometimes became confusing because I felt I was or was not doing what these satsangis had told me that Master had said. Now that I'm a little more mature, I get the feeling that I have a personal relationship with Master, and I individually hear certain things that the Master says concerning spiritual progress and life in the world. And I guess what I'm asking is this a normal thing to listen for yourself what the Master says on tape and books and not necessarily listen to what other satsangis say the Master says?
Brother, every disciple has personal relationship with the Father, with the Master. Nobody comes between them. It is a personal relationship. It's not a question of outside relationship. It's the inside relationship. The more we are nearer to our goal, the more we feel nearer to the Master. The more we are nearer to the Master within, the more nearer to we are to our goal, to our destination. This is absolutely 100% personal relationship with the Master.
Maharaji, many of us have expressed their love for you and appreciation for your love, and also the fact that in your presence we feel diseased and crippled. I have heard you answer this question many times on tapes and in the books. But this is the first time in your presence I would like to hear you say and assure us that there are no failures in this path.
Why do you want me to assure you at every step, every day, so that we may fail again and again?
Thank you.
Seed once sown has to sprout. It has to become a tree. And it has to bear fruit. Seed once sown will not be destroyed. It has to grow and grow to become one with the Father.
Thank you, Maharaj.
Question of failure doesn't arise.
Master.
Yes.
Right after I became an initiate a couple of years ago, I was approached by a person who offered me a terrific business proposition. And I was so thrilled and excited when I found out that he was also a satsangi. After I went into this business proposition with this person, I found out that his spiritual ethics were very questionable. And my question is to you, does because a person is initiated as a satsangi, does it make any comment about his ethics spiritually and how he conducts himself?
Deal in business as a business. You should have a business dealing on the footing of a business. You meet satsangis on the foot of a satsangi. Don't try to mix them.
So your answer is that a satsangi, when he becomes a businessman, does not carry the same ethics?
He may not. You don't know what type of businessman he is.
Yeah, this is true.
So you have to, you must stand on your own guard.
Well, I was very naive at the time, and I thought it was a great benediction from you that you would have introduced me to another satsangi as a partner so quickly.
Well, brother, we justify many things when we need something, somebody's help, some sport, something to lean on. We try to justify in many ways. So it's always on business, we should deal in a business way. On satsang, we should deal in a different way.
Thank you, Master.
Master, is there a difference between looking to you with a good eye and looking to you with a bad eye, a lazy eye, so to say? I don't know the proper medical word in Latin, but a lazy eye is an eye which has been damaged by accident or something like that. when I look with my wrong eye, I cannot see your face well. And I don't know if there is any difference.
I've not followed your problem.
I've got a lazy eye.
You have?
A lazy eye, yes. I'm not a doctor.
What is lazy eye?
Yes, a few years ago I had an accident and my...
I see. Some defect in the eye.
Yes, defect, yes.
Then?
In the brains.
Yes, I follow. Then?
Yeah. And is there a difference between looking to you with a lazy eye or with looking to you with the healthy eye?
Then?
Yes, because now I've got three eyes. Third eye, the healthy eye, and the lazy eye.
So the best is ignore these two eyes and look with the third eye.
Third eye, yes. So that's not damaged. That has not been damaged.
That doesn't need any medical aid at all.
No. Okay.
So look with the third eye.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.